guys, it's Lynn here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Now today guys, I'm going to be potting on my little Lophophora williamsii seedlings that I have grown from seed back in May 2015. So they're 4 years old, absolutely cute as anything. Look at them guys, from seed from my own plants. So I'm very happy, and it's time to repot them on. As you can see that they're sort of outgrowing their pots, and these pots here are breaking away, they're sort of disintegrating. They're these sort of eco-friendly pots that sort of go back to nature, but they're disintegrating, so they're not that good. Time to pot them on, and I've got the next size up there. And before I go any further, I want to give a special thank you to my wonderful fiancé Hansi, who is behind the camera filming me today. And he's absolutely amazing. Please do go over and subscribe to his wonderful YouTube channel, Family of Cactus and Other Beauties. Links up above. And he has some wonderful videos on there, not just about cacti and succulents, but about gardening and other houseplants as well. So do go over and subscribe and support, guys. And it's wonderful to have my hands free when I haven't got the camera or on a tripod, because it means now I can actually show you the repotting.
Thank you, darling.
And as I say, I grew these from seed back in 2015, so it's wonderful. They're very slow growing plants. We have a few Lophophoras in our collection, and I have made a video on how to care for Lophophora williamsii, so I'll also include that below in the description of this video if you want to know a bit more about this plant and how to grow this plant. Unfortunately, it's actually illegal in some parts of the world, in many states of the US, because it has alkaloids in the skin that contain an alkaloid called mescaline, and it's been abused over the years by people wanting to take it as a bit of a drug, and they sort of get high on it and everything like that. We've never taken it, so we really don't know. We just grow them because we love these plants. They're very unusual.
And the flowers.
And the flowers are so pretty on them as well. And I love the fact they don't have spines. They're quite wacky. They're sort of little tufts of fur coming out the areoles. Very unusual. And very special that we grew these from our own seed. We've got a few little seedlings on the go at the moment.
You can cuddle with them.
You can cuddle with them. They're adorable, aren't they? I think they're an amazing plant. They're very sacred. And the Native Americans do use them as a special part of their religion, you know. And sadly, it's just down to the abuse of these plants that they've been banned. Absolutely ridiculous when you think of it, because they're a lovely cactus to grow. And thank God they're not banned here in Ireland and the UK, because I don't know what we'd do. We have a lot of these beautiful plants. So anyway, in this video, I'm going to be potting them onto the next size up. And that's the little pot they're in now. Now, I always recommend when you pot on a cactus to always pot it up just into the next size up, as you can see this one here. And the reason for that is because if you pot them into too big of a pot, there's extra soil around the roots, and that can cause the roots to rot. And especially with cactus, it can rot very easily if there's too much soil that stays wet for too long. And what I've done here, I've made up my own cactus and succulent soil mix, and it's much more economical to do this, and also you know what's going into it. And I've used a mix of John Innes No. 2, which is a loam-based soil. We use a John Innes brand by Clover, which I think is very good quality. You have to be very careful because some of the John Innes brands are absolutely awful. The last one we had was one by Westland, and it was terrible. It was full of all junk, like bark chippings, and it even had like stones in it and everything. Absolutely hopeless. This one is very good quality, so this one I can highly recommend. But any loam-based soil is very good. And I've used extra grit as well, and extra horticultural sand. And if you want to know how I make my own cactus and succulent soil, do check out a link up above here, and also put the link down below as well on how to make cactus and succulent soil. And that's how I make mine. But at the end of the day, it's really down to well drainage. You can use any type of soil mix as long as it's well drainage and it dries out quickly. Cacti do not like to stay wet in their soil for too long because they're prone to root rot. So as long as you use a soil that's well draining, that's the most important thing. If you want to know how I make mine, links up above. And let's get going then, guys. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you how I repot the first one. And then I'm going to show you what they look like afterwards, because if I do the whole video filming, it's going to be a long video and you're going to be bored, guys. So I'm just going to do the first one here and show you what they look like afterwards. Now, first of all, a little bit of soil at the bottom. And as I say, I could go into a bigger pot if I really wanted to, but I prefer to go into the next size up and gently sort of move it around. Easy with plastic pots as well because they come out very easy. Gently touch the little Lophophora like that, squeeze it out, comes out very easy. Gently tease the old soil away from the roots. You have to be very, very careful because you don't want to damage these roots. These are still, believe it or not, although they're 4 years old, they're still in the seedling stage. Lophophora are very, very slow growing, and they form a very lovely, beautiful taproot that over time forms very thick and wide, and this plant grows bigger and forms little pups all around the base.
Like a carrot.
Yeah, very much like a carrot, yeah. And this is why the plant sadly gets very abused, because people take it for the drug properties and they'll just cut the whole plant up and eat the whole lot, which is ridiculous. Plants in cultivation have very little alkaloids because they're overgrown. Obviously they have plenty of water. Plants in their natural habitat are very starved of water and very arid, and these contain the most alkaloids. So it's ridiculous when people grow these and then try to eat them. It's just a waste, a complete waste of time and life. Yeah, the plant is ridiculous. But this grows over time here. And it's because of the taproot, they are prone to rot, so they need to be shallow rooted and a very well draining potting soil here. And this is my other one. I used a lot of perlite in my last mix, but this time I'm using grit. Gently place it in there, and then perlite is a great grit replacement, by the way. It does exactly the same thing and it's much lighter. I personally prefer to use grit when I can get hold of it, but perlite does the same thing. And then just gently press it around there. Such a cutie. And if you want to know how to grow cactus from seed, I mean, these I have grown from my own seed, then do check out a video I have made on how to grow cactus from seed. Links also will be up above and also down below. Oh, Hansi's doing a great job filming there, guys. It's so lovely to have my hands free. There you go, that's the first little cutie done. That's done. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch off the camera and show you what they all look like when they're all done, because it's going to be a long video if I show you doing the whole lot. But that's basically the idea. This isn't necessarily a how-to video, it's just a bit of a video vlog of me potting up my Lophophora seedlings. And as you can see, from that pot to that, not a big difference, but enough just to give it a bit more growing space and freshen up the soil. So that's the first little cutie done. And the little label there, Lophophora williamsii, seed sown May 2015. And people will say williamsii or williamsii. There's really no difference. Here in Ireland, they tend to say williamsii, but sometimes, you know, the States and other places will say williamsii. Really doesn't matter.
Because of the double I.
Yeah, the double I. It's a bit like tomato and tomato and potato and, you know, things like that. It really doesn't matter. There you go, that's the first one. I'm going to show you what they look like when they're all done. Now there you go, guys, that's them all potted up. Aren't they adorable? And lovely well draining soil. A little bit of grit on the top there. Absolutely cute as anything. All grown from seed. Adorable. And obviously what I'm going to do now is I'm not going to water these now for about a week. It's spring here in Ireland, so we don't need to worry too much about the cold weather. But it's good to let the new roots, the plants, to acclimatise into the new pot. And that's it. I'll be watering in a week's time. And I'm so happy to repot these cuties. And a big thumbs up to Hansi for filming. Thank you so much.
The plants are very happy too.
They're happy too. They're happy to have a new bigger pot for their roots to expand. So guys, thanks so much for watching, and if you want to know a little bit more about how to grow cacti and succulents and you're new to the hobby, please do check out my website desertplantsofavalon.com, and do hover your mouse over the growing tips, and there's a drop down bar there that goes into different sections on how to care for cacti and succulents. I'm going to be adding a lot more things on there over the next few weeks, and I'm also currently writing an ebook that should be out hopefully in the next few months, so stay tuned for that, guys. And thank you all so much for your support. So guys, I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of
Boom!
plant power. power. As always, from across the Emerald Isle.
You're funny,
And until the next video, bye.
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 Shake the plants.
Bye.